I'm Sarah Casaminia and I'm giving myself 3 weeks to write and perform a stand-up comedy routine. I've never done anything like this before. Hello. Today is Monday the 17th of January and it's the first entry of my creative research project. I'm feeling like ridiculously anxious and I got a message from the organiser of the event saying that our performance is on the 3rd, when on my head it was on the 9th of February, which kind of just threw me through a loop because now I was anticipating 6 more days of rehearsal and practice and time to prepare mentally, and it feels like it's just all gonna come at once. I can feel like a proper like panic attack or something coming on. Yeah, it's just not a good feeling at all. I'm totally doubting every single thing about my performance and like my ability. Like I totally don't think I'm ready for this or cut out for this. So yeah. In my quest to become a professional funny person, I enlisted the help of Ian White, the host and organiser of Some Comedy Yeah. Some Comedy Yeah is a comedy night hosted on the first Thursday of every month in the Smoking Goat in Ayr, which is where I'll be doing my performance in 3 weeks' time.
Aye.
Nice.
Aye.
Yeah, that's fab.
Okay. Why did I want to? No. Why did I want to do comedy? Why did I? Okay, the reason I got into comedy, comedy is something I've always been a bit obsessed with. I always watched stand-up from the age of, well, young. The first things I remember, like, connections with even my dad was Laurel and Hardy. That was the first thing I remember as a kid. We were seeing people laughing at the same sort of thing. So comedy and just being around that sort of thing was the thing that made people happy, as it does. I was the shyest person at school, always shy constantly, so I think that's because of my shyness, that's why I was always watching a lot more films than I would and watching a lot more comedy. And then later on, I finally came out my shell in like my late 20s, early 30s. I think I was still struggling. But then we should all keep growing. And then I would suddenly find myself lecturing in a place called UWS, just up the road there. So later on, I finally got the confidence up, and I just thought, I don't know what possessed me to try, but I just got to that point of like, I want to try and do this comedy thing. Nerves wise, they seem to have gone a little bit. I was always told by other people who like do music and things, whenever you feel the butterflies, tell yourself it's adrenaline or it is adrenaline. If you stop feeling nerves, then you're not got the buzz and you're not excited about doing it anymore. So you're just going through the motions. So I kind of not welcome them, but if they're there, it's like that's a good thing. I like Billy Connolly. A lot of my inspiration, I guess, comes from I always look at myself and maybe my opinion of myself, as I've said, isn't the best, but then I use that to my advantage so I can knock myself a lot easier. So a lot of it comes from my own background, heighten and accentuate stories about my mom or parents and things. And that's not just I'll use that, but it just felt like I just kind of enjoy doing that sort of thing. And if it's a sick joke about my grandma, I think it's nice though to bring her back into my mind, isn't it? And kind of cover things like that.
Speaking to Ian made me feel a bit more confident as he reassured me that everything I've been feeling is totally normal. This week I'm going to be finishing off my script for the performance and visiting the venue for Some Comedy Yeah. Hello, it is the 27th of January. It's exactly 1 week before my performance at the Smoking Goat. This is just a kind of well-being update. Not feeling great. Really worried. I went and saw the location today, asked the people some questions just about getting set up, etc. I definitely thought there was like something wrong with me. But overall, just feeling like super anxious, really worried. It's kind of like affecting my daily life now. I've spoken to my uni class and told them all to come, and I think a lot of them are going to come, which is really unsettling. I don't really know a huge amount of them that well, so that's kind of like thrown me through a loop. Trying to decide what kit to get as well, really stressful. I don't know what's the best. I should have it booked already. I feel like I'm so behind. I feel like everything's just gonna come like crashing down at once. I've just got so much to do and need to prepare all my jokes. So I was saying them in my head on the way home, and I'm just convinced no one's gonna laugh at them. So yeah, I'm really glad that I'm like pushing myself and like going out of my comfort zone, but it's like absolutely terrifying at the same time. Yeah, 1 week. It is Wednesday the 2nd of February. It's one day before my big performance, but this time tomorrow it'll be just kicking off. So yeah, all my crew's good, all my cameras and stuff are booked out. That was probably the most stressful part, is like knowing what to get and actually book it, make sure it'll be okay. Just trying to plan tomorrow is really stressful. Don't really have a solid plan of times or what time I'm gonna go down. I know what time we're gonna go and set up. It's 7:30, and I'm picking up all the kit at 4, so I've got a good while. And people keep asking me if I'm from written jokes. I'm like, well, obviously, yeah. Whether people will laugh is the question, but I hope so. But yeah, this time tomorrow, that'll be all done. Thank God. Yeah, I've had a really hard week. Just with being so stressed and worried and panicked and not knowing what to do with myself, or how to be helpful, or how to do useful things, or how to get ahead. So can't wait for it to be done. Good morning. The day of the big performance. I am feeling absolutely horrible. I've woken up with a headache. Just don't feel like myself at all. Just got so much to think about. Thankfully I've got a really good production team that are really helping me out and reassure me that it's all going to go smoothly. A few hours to go and get everything organised, and then it's go time. It is 4:14. Feeling alright. Went and got all the equipment we had to get, and yeah, we're looking good for setting up tonight. Just finding out what to do with myself now, but I think I'll just go over my material, make sure that it all sounds funny to me, I guess.
Hi, I've just been given the opportunity to advertise the comedy gig. So the first Thursday of every month, the Smoking Goat from 9 p.m. Come along, it's a great night, and there's like lots of comedians and whatever I am. Enjoy the food too.
So it's 5 minutes till I'm on. I'm really nervous, shaking a bit. It's not me, I'm not actually saying jokes, but... After 3 weeks of preparation, the time has finally come. It's time to stand up.
Please welcome to the stage, Matthew, Sarah Casamiglia!
Jesus Christ. Hi, how are you? He's alright, yeah. He's all looking great. I'm Sarah, I'm 22, half Glaswegian. I know what you're thinking, like, what's the other half? You're so elusive and mysterious. That would be obviously funny as fuck. Nah, no seriousness, I'm half Iranian. I know what you're thinking, like, already again, I think I'm psychic. Where is Irania? But that's a story for another day. She's really busy. She's really busy. But no, another really interesting thing about my life, being half Iranian, like, is the culture. It's great. So in like in Latino culture, you get like when you turn 15, you get a quinceañera. It's great, big celebration. When you're Jewish, you get a bar mitzvah when you turn 13. When you're 12 in Persian culture, you get a 5 o'clock shadow. Highlight, it's the highlight. I remember my first week of my god, all these boys are looking at me, like, what are they looking at? And one of them plucked up the courage and walked up to me and went, what are your tips for such a thick and full moustache? And I thought, I've made it, that's me. Another great thing about being half Iranian is my parents. So my mum's white, she's amazing, she's fab, love her so much. And I'm only saying that just because she's sitting right there. My dad as well, he's heard he's a nice guy a couple of years ago, but never really touched base in a while. Hope he's doing well with his wife or something. Don't know. But no, I do feel bad like for my wee Scottish gran. Like it's actually quite a shame for her. She's still adjusting to having like mixed race grandkids, and this is like 22 years on. I feel really bad for her. So much so actually, she's so adjusting to this that she told my 16-year-old cousin I'd be much more nice looking if I didn't have such an ugly Persian nose. Just thinking, thank you Wilma, you will be dead soon, so that's alright. No, it's good fun. It's good fun, especially when I was younger and all these wee ginger white kids were going, where the fuck are you, Faye? And I was like, I don't really know myself. Stay around the corner, but that's quite fun. No, it's good. I especially like when I was younger, my grandpa would come pick me up from school and I'd just think, oh my god, my grandpa, like, it's so nice to see you, we're gonna have such a nice time today. And then the parents would be phoning school going, a wee brown girl's just been abducted by an old white man. I mean, does this happen all the time? And I'm thinking, happens every week. Is this not something normal to you guys? So, yeah, it's always a fun one. That's all I've really got for you. But whoever's on next, hope they're great. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much.
I'm finished. It's done. Thank God. I laughed. Folk laughed. Folk actually laughed at me. Not because I'm ugly. No, it was a really good feeling. I'm just like so relieved that it's all done. But yeah, the worst part. It's folk laughing. Not at me, but folk laughing.
I thought that was absolutely fantastic. I couldn't believe how confident Sarah was and how clearly she spoke. I was worried that she would speak too fast or be mumbly, but she was actually really brilliant. It sounded great, and I thought it was really nice because she was sort of talking about things that were realistic and real issues that have happened in her life, but kind of making light of it and, you know, seeing a sort of lighter side of reality, which was really nice. So refreshing for a mum.
I thought that was very, very funny. I was actually really proud of Sarah because I knew that she was a bit nervous for it, but I had a good giggle, and I'm jealous she had a beer before me.
I'm very, very proud of Sarah. She did an absolutely amazing job, and she's just such a good job, and couldn't be more proud.
I am so proud of myself that I managed to accomplish something I've always wanted to do and overcome all of my anxieties and perform a stand-up set. And the fact that last night wasn't a total shit show was absolutely amazing, and I'm so happy to announce that I'm going back on the 3rd of March to do another set. So I'm so excited for that. And thank you so much to Ian White from Some Comedy Yeah for giving me the opportunity to come and perform for the first time and having some faith in me that it wouldn't go badly. I really appreciate it, and it was really special for me. As well, thank you so much to all my team at EWS. I really couldn't have done this without you. Your hard work was so appreciated over this time, and thank you so much again to Paul Tucker for all the amazing advice you've given me throughout these past few months. I've really appreciated it.